In this week's Torah portion, we read that there will never be any poor among us. And then a few verses later, we read, "Do not harden your heart and shut your hand against your needy kin. Rather, you must open your hand and lend whatever is sufficient to meet the need. Give readily and have no regrets when you do." How can it be that there would never be any needy among us, but that we're commanded to respond to the needs of those who have less than we do? The reality, as we know, is that there have always been among us people who are needy, people who are vulnerable, people who are poor. The Torah establishes an ideal that there should be no needy among us, that if we distribute the goods that the earth provides in an equitable way, that there would be no needy among us. And yet we live in a society that is too often unjust. And so we're required to think about the needs of the poor among us and to meet those needs. Writing in the Musar Torah commentary, Rabbi Jen Klayman reminds us that kavod, honor of the person to whom we're giving, must be paramount whenever we're charitable. And how do we honor those who receive our charity? By empathy, by having empathy for their situation. Now that may be hard for those of us who've never found ourselves in a situation of material want. But Rabbi Klayman writes, while the word kavod, honor, is not used in this portion, the concept is nevertheless present. In order to give people, quote, sufficient to meet their need, we must have some level of understanding of what they're going through. Understanding derives from taking people seriously, from giving weight to their experiences. Conversely, it is easier to close our hearts to others and disregard their needs when we do not regard them as worthwhile, when we take their experiences too lightly. May we, fulfilling our covenant, always pay attention to the needs of the poor who are among us. Regard them as our equals, as human beings every bit as worthy of consideration as ourselves. And may we then work towards a day when there will be no needy among us. Shabbat Shalom.